Like, oh, you want me to help you write the contract? Okay, yeah, well, I mean, if I'm gonna help you write the contract, I might as well be in on the deal. Like, it's knowing people are here that really want to help you and not trying to get anything out of it. You know what I mean? Like, and some other places may be may like show you differently, where like, okay, I'm doing this for you, I want a piece of this. I'm doing this for you, I want a piece of this. My time is money, which I understand is important.
You know, one of the things that I learned here during that time as well was don't use the word motivation, use discipline, because that's exactly what I have now.
Yeah, motivation is bullshit. Cut that out. Motivation is bullshit. That's the biggest. That's the biggest lesson. You're not always motivated. You gotta be disciplined. Hey guys, it's Devin from Asset Real Estate. I'm here with the lovely Latisa.
Hi guys.
And we're going to talk to you about our journey and how it is being here on the Assets team. So I wanted to ask you a question about, what was the reason that you specifically joined this team?
I wanted to join a team that was close-knit. So I interviewed with Chris, and he invited me to attend a couple of the team meetings before I made a decision. One very thing that stood out for me was the closeness of the team, and also leading the meetings with prayer. That was a big thing. And then just before even joining the team, I was welcomed by you guys, and I wasn't even a part of it yet. So that was one reason that made me decide to come on over. Another thing was the leadership and the training that's provided. Some people don't hold you accountable for things because they look at you as, you're an independent contractor and you can hold your license here, but you're on your own. And it's not like that here. So when I saw that, you all leaded the team meetings with prayer, knowing the things that I was going through and overcoming was big for me. It was a really big deal. And that made me feel like everything is going to be okay with your life, and also you're making the right decision.
Well, I would just say, my first 30 to 60 day onboarding process was a little bit different than, most other people's. I mean, I first came onto the team more or less closer toward the end of the year. And with that being said, if I would have came on the team at the end of the year, there was a fee you have to initially pay. I think it's around $250 to initially come onto the team, a yearly fee that you pay. And so actually, Chris recommended me to just actually wait until the beginning of the year. Main reason why is because he just felt like there wouldn't be much of a point in me paying $250 to come in on the team in October, November, and then have to come around and pay another $250 at the beginning of the year, especially when I'm coming on the team to make money and then having to, more or less put in an initial $500 of an investment out of nowhere in the first 3 months just because. So I guess that was my onboarding process. It's a little bit different. But I mean, it was beneficial because it gave me the ability to save some money that I didn't have to spend.
Absolutely.
And prospect on the outside while I was building up and learning more about things on the traditional side for the first 2 months I was on the team.
Yeah, my 30 to 60 days, I came when things were a little bit different. Chris and Amy, they set up the agent's first 30 days. It was a lot. And I told them, I said, it's a lot. And Chris said, you'll be okay. You'll be fine, and taking that training and just focusing on that, because he told me you don't have to, worry about selling anything because you'll have something under contract. And just taking that training and getting to know the company and the way that it was broken down for me on what I should be doing Sunday, what I should be doing Monday, what I should be doing Tuesday, he has it laid out for you. That gave me discipline. I gained a lot of discipline my first 30 to 60 days here. And Chris did not overpromise. I ended up getting some under contract.
There we go.
So, one of the things that I learned here during that time as well was don't use the word motivation, use discipline, because that's exactly what I have now.
Yeah, motivation is bullshit. Cut that out. Motivation is bullshit. That's the biggest. That's the biggest lesson. You're not always motivated. You gotta be disciplined. I mean, I can definitely understand some agents feeling like they are on an island, as in more or less isolated when they first start out. I might be at the wrong brokerage. I might be working with the wrong team, because I've worked at other real estate agencies before, and my first experience at my first place, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't a terrible experience, nothing like that, but it It wasn't the best experience. I wasn't able to really utilize my best tools there just because of how the structure of the system was made at that specific brokerage. And, we did trainings, and, if I called and I needed some help, I'm not saying they wouldn't help me out, but it just was more or less a thing of what we got is what we got, and that is what we got, and just deal with it. That was kind of the situation. There was no way for me to negotiate deals, really. It was just sell what they bring into house, and if you can't sell it, then find another buyer who's gonna buy it, and if you don't find another buyer, then someone else will sell it, or we're gonna let the property go. And it was just a recurring game of that. And so in that sense, it kind of just felt like I didn't really have much autonomy to do things I want to do, because everything that I was doing there was dependent on someone else in my brokerage doing something. Versus here, where I was able to build my own business. I was able to reach out to clients and help them buy houses and talk to people about potentially helping them sell houses that they own. And then, put me in positions where I can not only help out others, but also lead. I mean, literally after this meeting, I'm leading another meeting after this, which is something I feel like I didn't really have before I came here. I didn't really have much of purpose before I came on this team. I feel like it just wasn't exactly what I needed. Not to say that what they were doing was bad. I just didn't think it wouldn't work for me, because it worked for some people. It just didn't work for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Again, I'm just coming into my second year of real estate. It took me a minute to figure out where I needed to be. I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said. I can build my business here, and I have the help doing that. And I remember when I had my interview with Chris, or had my meeting with Chris before I joined, and he said the end result is for me to show you how to build a business and how to run that business. And that's exactly what he's been doing since I've been here. And I didn't get that anywhere else. I just, same thing, sell the houses, take the leads, and that's just what it is. And here are our vendors. You can use them. If not, you want to use your own people, use your own people. But here it's a real team. We have a team of lenders. We have a team of title companies, team of content creators, and then we have our team. One of the things that I do love about Assets is the coaching. I was at a brokerage or a firm before, and when we have training, it will be more so of vendors. But here, when we have training, it's for us. It's for the agents. We may have a guest speaker sometimes, but when we have training and coaching and have to come into the office, it's more for us to make us better agents. So that's one of the things that I really, really like about it.
Yeah, definitely. Let me piggyback off that, actually, because I actually 100% agree. I think that the biggest thing that we do have here is major, investing in the agents' environment around here. Because that was one of my biggest fears when I first got into the real estate industry, was I was just worried, I'm just a number. And, if you don't do good, we don't care. We're going to kick you to the side, get somebody else to fill in your spot. Somebody else will figure it out if you couldn't. But when coming to this place, it really feels like they are investing in you, and they're trying to build something in you to build your business, to help, not only help them build a business, but also help you build your own business, giving you leads. And we have roll calls, we have weekly meetings. Every Wednesday we have a meeting. We have roll calls on Mondays and Fridays. For newer agents, they have a role play Mondays and Fridays. And now for the new agents, they have a role play every single day, just so you can get the hang of things. We have call nights. We have guest speakers that come in. We have topics that we pull every single week, so you can learn different things. It's always something new that people are learning, so you can always stay in the loop. You can't basically fall out of faith with what you're doing, because you're always learning something new. And anything that you have a question about, it's not hard for you to call somebody, have them pick up the phone and answer it.
Not at all.
So that's one big thing I have, is not only coaching, because coaching is a big portion, but availability is something that's very important, that I feel like anyone, being in real estate, having a job, anything, just whatever you're doing, somebody being able to be available for you when you need the help is really important, because you have questions sometimes. You're newer, somebody asks you something that you don't know, I can call somebody and figure it out because they'll actually answer the phone. And if they can't answer because they're doing something, they'll text me immediately, be like, I'm in a meeting, I'm doing this. That's something that's really big to me, is availability, because that's not something that everybody offers.
I agree with that 100%. Availability is scary for newer agents when you have something, because I remember I had to write a contract, my very first contract, and I did not have anybody available and I did not know what to do. I had one agent that was like, you know what, I'm gonna help you write this contract. And she didn't even really know me.
Right.
So.
But, and that's the thing, because a lot of times, like, oh, you want me to help you write the contract? Okay, yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to help you write the contract. I might as well be in on the deal. Like, it's knowing people are here that really want to help you and not trying to get anything out of it. You know what I mean? Like, and some other places may be may like show you differently, where like, okay, I'm doing this for you, I want a piece of this. I'm doing this for you, I want a piece of this. My time is money, which I understand is important. Like, I definitely understand, like, that is important to have, like, the my time is money mindset, but there's also, I feel like, levels to it, where like you have new people that are here, help them get some money first before you start asking for something from them. And that's one thing that I feel like they focus on. They want to make sure that everybody's building up. They don't want nobody here going broke. They want to make sure everybody's doing good. And they give you the schedule, the timeline, the breakdown of what it is you need to do to get where you need to do. Another thing that I feel like is really important too that they have here is they really are big on implementing content creation. Because I mean, of course, I can go home and make a TikTok about some of the stuff that I talk about. But like, literally right now, I'm in the office, I have these premium cameras on while we're chatting about these things. We literally put in the money to invest in hiring good photographers and videographers to do setups for us and make us look the best and have the best scenery when we're talking about things that people might want to know.
Right.
You know, this might seem a little bit more interesting to some people. And so I feel like that's one big portion about this, that I don't know how many other places are offering content creation as just a part of you being an agent here. This is not something that I was made to pay for. This is just something that they had available for us.
I agree. I'm ditto on what you said. That was one of the things that I struggled with, was creating content, because it's 2025 and social media is where it's at. I was that, I guess you would say, silent agent that, you know, some people say don't be, but I've gotten more comfortable with being on video, being that this is provided and I don't have to come out of pocket, and every week I'm able to, you know, record content. It's a blessing.
I agree. So I just think with the aspect of, you know, constant coaching and content creation, resources that they give here at this brokerage, at this team, to be able to build yourself, has helped me exponentially grow my business. I think coming into this side of real estate, where the first year and a half of me doing real estate, the only side I knew was the investment side. I didn't know nothing about the traditional side. Was definitely a little nerve-wracking. It was a little bit difficult for me to transition over from not only the different type of clientele I was working with, but the different type of houses I was touring. But with that being said, it's been very beneficial to be on this team. I mean, considering that it's technically my second year of doing real estate, we're in the 5th month of the year. I've already sold 6 houses, which, you know, might not be a lot, but, you know, it's a lot for me. I set a big goal for myself and I'm still on, you know, on path to try to reach that. So I think the team allows you to grow and learn. And regardless of anyone that is on the team right now who's still growing, or anyone that is not on the team that grew from being on the team, it's a beneficial environment to be around, just all around, doesn't matter.
For me, for how it helped my confidence in being on social media, because, you know, my transactions came from people that I knew. So that was easy. I didn't have to put it out there as much. Hey, I'm a real estate agent, because once I got my license, I had people waiting. So, but now I get here, I get to really do the hard work and I really get to learn. And we had a contract training class, and it made me so much more confident when I presented that contract for my buyer, because now I understand what this contract means for my buyer. Social media presence went through the roof. I even watch you guys' videos so that I can learn from that, you know? So I would just say projection of, you know, presenting things to my clients and being more confident about speaking with the client without having anybody there to, you know, hold my hand throughout the process is another thing as well.
That's big. All right, guys, so we're gonna wrap this up. We basically just wanted to give you a little synopsis of how our experience has been here on the Assets team. Obviously, it's been great, and we're always looking for new agents. So if you want to join, let us know. We're looking to help anybody who wants to help themselves. Make sure you comment, share, and subscribe, and watch the next video.